Hello, and welcome back to the series where I'm buying
old, dirty and broken bikes and selling them for profit until I can buy a car.
In the last 2 episodes, I bought 6 bikes and I sold 5 for a grand total profit of £605. This episode, we're going to keep building on that momentum and we're going to smash a big barrier for the series.
On that note, we're making money fast in this series and I need to start thinking about what car I'm actually going to buy. I'm thinking something in the £3,000 to £5,000 range. Obviously it's not going to be a brand new car, far from it, but I'm just looking for something reliable, even if it's 10 to 15 years old, something with a strong reputation. If you guys can help me out in the comments, because I'm really not a car guy.
We made a sale, woo! Yeah, it's not actually that good. So we bought this bike in episode 1 for £100 and we ended up selling it for £150 on eBay. Considering we spent £10 on a set of pedals for this bike as well, we only actually made £40 on this. And it took about a month to sell, so a lot slower than my other bikes. But, you know, money's money, so that's £40 added to the total profit, bringing us to £645 overall. But in this episode, one particular bike is going to take us through a monumental milestone for the channel. Can we break the £1,000 mark? Stay tuned to find out. New bike, who dis? And new bike stand. Look, I can spin the wheels now. This bike stand only cost me £25 off Facebook Marketplace. It's going to make my life so much easier. This is just a trick I've been using to get the chain off without the specific tool needed to do so. I probably wouldn't recommend you do this all the time as you could potentially damage the chain, but for now it's been working for me. Here I'm just letting the chain sit in WD-40 for a while whilst I clean the rest of the bike. This way, when I go to clean the chain, I can get all the grease and dirt off really easily. When I clean my bikes for Facebook Marketplace, I especially like to focus on the drivetrain. Getting this looking sparkly and new will set your bike apart from all the others on Facebook Marketplace. You'll notice I like to use WD-40 a lot when cleaning my bikes, but when doing this you need to be careful. If WD-40 gets into any of the bearings, like in the inner hub of the wheel, it's going to strip all the grease and lubrication and could potentially damage them further than if you just left them dirty. That's why I like to spray it onto my toothbrush first instead of just spraying it wildly at the wheel. Also, if you're going to use WD-40, make sure you have some isopropyl alcohol, because more than likely you're going to end up getting WD-40 on your brake discs, and the only way to properly clean this is by using isopropyl alcohol. See here, after cleaning with soap, I'm just drying it off with some paper towel, and then after, I'm going to use alcohol and just rub all of that WD-40 off. If you don't do this step, it's just going to contaminate the brakes and they won't be anywhere near as effective. Next, I'm just going to take the rear derailleur apart and I'm going to give it a good clean with the soapy water. Then to finish off, I'm just going to take this chain that's been soaked in the WD-40, I'm going to clean it in the soapy water, and then I can put it back on the bike. Now this bike's looking brand new and it's going to stand out from all the other bikes on Facebook Marketplace. Always remember to re-lubricate the chain after cleaning and shift through all the gears to help spread it through the chain and the rear cassette. Afterwards you can just dry off the excess with a clean rag. After cleaning the rest of the bike with soap and water and taking some nice pictures in the woods near my house, this is the final result. I bought the bike for £180 and I've listed it for £360, so that would be doubling my money. I'm not expecting to get that though, I'd be happy to get £100 on this bike. Fingers crossed some people start messaging soon. After posting that ad, I continued looking through Facebook Marketplace for some more deals, and that's when I saw this. A Ghost Riot. I knew nothing about this bike, but I could see it had some potential. So, I decided to send the guy a message.
I'm here just waiting for this guy to turn up with his mountain bike. I'll try and put this in my pocket as usual.
Yeah, I forgot to turn the camera on. But it went a little something like this. Hey! Oh, hey there, nice to meet you. Nice bike. Nice money. Smell you later.
So this is the bike I've just been and collected.
Looking over this bike, I could tell it was in really good condition. The only issues were, the rear brake had no bleed port screw and just wasn't operating at all, and the whole drivetrain was really dirty. It looked like somebody had completely over lubricated this thing and just rode it and never cleaned it, so it collected dirt and gunk for years. Man, look at this thing. This bike is looking so good now. I just have one problem left. The brake still needs to be fixed. Remember, the bike was missing the bleed port screw. Luckily, these are easy to find and I ordered one off Amazon for next day delivery. I bought a brake bleed kit for the Trek Roscoe last episode, so I don't need to spend any more money on that. They only cost about £10 anyway, so it doesn't make that much difference. The bike last episode didn't end up needing a full bleed, so I still have all the hydraulic oil left to do a full bleed on this bike. This was my first time doing a full hydraulic bleed, and I realised the way I'm doing it here seriously risked contaminating the hydraulic brake pads. What I should have done is take the brake pads out and replace them with a plastic shim which they give you in the kit. This would prevent any risk of spilling the hydraulic oil onto the brake pads. This is the colour of the old oil that came out the other end. When I went to put the new screw in, I really struggled, and I realised that's probably why it was missing in the first place. Somebody had stripped the top threads in the bleed port and made it really difficult to re-screw another one in. Luckily though, I kept persevering and eventually it managed to take a thread and it screwed in nicely.
Check out this back brake now. Whoa. Stops me dead.
I put the bike up for sale on Facebook Marketplace and eBay. The bike sold so fast though that I didn't manage to get any footage of the original Facebook Marketplace ad. I got footage of the eBay one though, so here it is. Eventually somebody messaged and they offered me £900. I countered with £950 and they said they'd be happy to do that if I delivered the bike to their house about 20 miles away.
I'm on my way to hopefully close the biggest flip of the series so far. just closed the biggest deal of the series so far. £950 in the account. Is that focusing?
Yep.
There we go. £400 profit, one bike, 4 days. Let's go.
Right, let's do the roundup. So in this episode we sold 2 bikes, we made £40 on one and we made £400 on the other. So quite a difference there. Add that onto the £605 from last episode and that's £1,045. We have to take off £10 of fuel money and £25 from the bike stand. So that leaves us with £1,010 in the series so far. That's crazy. Everybody like and subscribe so you can keep following the series. We're going to keep going until we can buy that car.